15 things that only those who have social anxiety will recognize. Brainy Dose presents 15 things social anxiety sufferers will only understand. Oh, I see. You are familiar with the procedure. While everyone else is chatting, laughing, and having fun with one another, you simply can't make yourself join in because of your social anxiety. Even though you can feel isolated, you should be aware that this illness is more frequent than you might imagine. Approximately 7% of people are thought to be affected by social anxiety. However, you face unique difficulties, and these are the most prevalent issues that only those who suffer from social anxiety will be able to relate to. First of all, you like virtual communication. You choose online contact. You seem to have no trouble communicating via text or social media. But when you're face-to-face, you struggle to find the right words. You don't know why this occurs, but it's so simple to communicate when you don't have to do it face-to-face. Having just one or two friends and not really wanting more is number 2. You don't really want more friends, you only have one or two. Even though you appreciate those two friends' company, it's okay if you don't see them very often. They extend invitations to social events, but you typically make up reasons not to go instead of showing up. When it's just the two of you, that's when you want to be with them. Third, you bring your lunch to work. You bring lunch to work. You need an excuse not to go out to lunch with your coworkers, not because it's less expensive. When you receive an invitation to happy hour, you gradually stop receiving them because you can't make it. People start to perceive you as antisocial when, at your core, you're just afraid for unknown reasons. Number 4, you cannot participate in discussions. You cannot participate in conversations. You choose not to participate in the conversation even though you might have something worthwhile to say because you worry that someone will find fault with it or think it is unworthy. Number 5, you breathe heavily, sweat, and your heartbeat is fast. You feel sweating, breathing hard, and your heart is racing. You have no control over these physical reactions to your anxiousness. You desire to leave a situation even more since you know that everyone around you is aware of your physical reactions. Number 6. When there are too many people around, you feel overwhelmed. When there are too many people around, you feel overwhelmed. You can't filter things out or process everything. Everything is taken in, including sounds, light, smells, and movements. It feels like too much is happening to you at once, which makes you go into flight mode and look for any way out of the predicament. Number 7, you pay attention when multiple people are talking. You pay attention when multiple people are speaking. You enter your comfort zone, where you feel at least somewhat secure. People around you find it difficult to understand you because you close off the world. Sometimes, even though you really want to participate in the social experience, people may perceive you as distant or unpleasant. Number 8, you're generally too concerned about how you look. You're generally too concerned about how you look in general. You always have the impression that people are assessing and criticizing your appearance. When in reality, the majority of people are not thinking about you since they are preoccupied with their own problems and goals. Even if you are aware that your current way of thinking is illogical, you are unable to accept this. Number 9, you center your social circle on your family. Your social life is centered around your family. You've grown up with them, so they know you, and you can actually communicate. However, you will stay away from a sister who brings a partner and instead hang out in the kitchen with your mother or other siblings. 10th, you typically own a pet, either a dog or a cat. You usually own a dog or a cat as a pet. It's an animal you can safely take care of, talk to, cuddle, and develop an emotional bond with that you can't have with people. Number 11, you might willfully ignore individuals. You could purposely steer clear of people. For instance, you might glance at a distant acquaintance, but you make a conscious effort to avoid being noticed. However, if that individual approaches you after you've been spotted, you have a brief conversation in which you mention that you have an appointment and must leave. Number 12, you conjure up the worst-case situations. You visualize the worst-case situations. Even if you are aware that those scenarios are unlikely to occur, your anxiety and need to withdraw oneself will only grow as a result of this behavior. Once more, you are aware of the bad thoughts you are having, but you lack the means to interrupt them and focus on the good things in your life. Number 13. When the phone rings or you hear a knock, you become anxious. When the phone rings or you hear a knock, you get panicked. When your phone rings at strange hours, you get scared. The same holds true if you haven't put on your daily clothes when someone knocks on your door. You go into a complete meltdown because you're positive that people are judging you for the way you look or for being so lazy that you're not prepared for your day yet, even if others would just laugh it off. Number 14, you always appear tired. This is the outcome of living in a constant state of tension rather than any physical exercise you may have done. Sleep seems like an escape from the grueling nature of chronic anxiety. Number 15, you can't explain, but you want others to understand. You can't explain, but you want others to understand. This kind of frailty is not something you want to display for fear of being scrutinized or silently chastised. Actually, the majority of individuals are understanding and sympathetic. If only you could give them a chance, but your fear seems to come in the way. Do you struggle with social anxiety? Which of these statements describes you? Post your narrative in the space provided here. I appreciate you seeing. Give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends about it if you enjoy it. Click the subscribe button and push the notification bell for more weekly videos just like this one.